everybody, what is going on? It's your boy Izlogic.business. Welcome you to another episode of Will It Work? Today we're going to be looking at the Knight class. Now, Knight class is a very good class in a sense that it's mainly there to reduce damage. Because at 2 champions that are Knights, Knights ignore 15 damage from all sources. At 4 champions, they ignore 30 damage, and at 6 champions, they ignore 55. This is extremely good, as 55 damage as a whole is basically, 100 every attack, and champions in Knights, such as Mordekaiser, has roughly about 1000 health, so he's taking, 10 less hits, which is very good. So, let's discuss the champions in the Knight class. First off, we have Darius, who is an Imperial Knight, whom is considered probably one of the strongest knights out there. His ultimate is the Spinneroonie, in the sense that what he does is an AoE axe swing in a circle, swings it one time, and he then regains some of his health that he lost during that spin, and as a whole is very powerful and does a lot of damage. Moving on, we have Mordekaiser, the other one-cost knight, who is a phantom knight, and honestly, he's the damage dealing knight for early in the game. He has a high amount of damage compared to the other knights, but less health and less armor and magic resist. And as a whole, his ultimate is fairly decent. He swings his club down in a straight line in front of him. It can hit multiple targets, very often doesn't, and it's pretty much an execution for knights. Moving on, we have the final one-cost knight, and that is going to be Garen. Probably one of the strongest knights out there, as he's also a noble, or a noble, depending on how you like to pronounce it. I like noble more because they're noble characters. And as a whole, his ultimate is very good. What happens is he does a spin to win. Instead of just one spin, he does about 10 or 12 spins in a circle, dealing damage over time, as well as an AoE amount of damage. Moreover, he actually gets a bit of protection when he's in his ultimate, as he takes damage reduction. As a whole, is probably the most powerful knight of the 3. Next, we have a 3-cost knight. There's a big gap between 1 and 3. There's no level 2-cost knight, and let's talk about Poppy. The 3-cost knight, she's a Yordle knight and has a very good ultimate when you get some levels. Obviously, level 1 it only hits 1 target, level 2 it hits 2, and level 3 it hits 3. That stun duration obviously goes up over time and is very good. But let's discuss her ultimate. Basically, she uses her in-game ultimate where she launches people up with her hammer, but instead of launching them across the map, she launches them straight up in the air, as well as the hammer going through them at higher levels to hit multiple targets. It's honestly a very good stun. It does a lot of damage. It's considered an execute more than anything, because that timing on the ultimate is mostly during execute times, and it is very good to stall out rounds, especially when you're going for a Yordle comp with this knight. She's able to obviously take a lot less damage, and it's very good. And moving on to the 4-cost knight, we have Sejuani, the Glacial Knight, and I don't really like her. She very rarely appears in shops, and as a whole, isn't the best. She has a decent ultimate. When it eventually goes off, it's highly unlikely you'll ever get it to go off. You only have to build something like mana onto her to obviously make it so that ult goes off, but it's highly unlikely you'll ever get to see it in a round. If it does, you've positioned her very well. But what her ult does is a Glacial Imprisonment. It's nothing like an ability in her kit. I guess it's like her E, I guess. But what happens is she makes an AoE Glacial Stun. that freezes every target that gets caught in it. It's the circle effect. It's kind of like Chosel, where it hits a mass area. And as a whole, it isn't too strong. I guess it's good to slow down rounds, similar to Poppy, to build up mana. And I really don't like it. And finally, we have the last knight, and it's Kale. Kale is another noble knight whose main goal is to keep her knight friends alive. Her ultimate is her in-game ultimate with minus the swords coming down. She just makes everyone invulnerable. So whenever she gets her ult, she makes one person at level 1 invuln. Level 2 she makes 2, and level 3 it's 3. She's very strong. Not gonna lie, she's probably one of the best characters in the game. It's why she gets used a lot. And as a whole, it's very good. And probably one of the best characters, again, to say in the game. So with that in mind, let's move straight into this actual gameplay. Da 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 da. Come on, come on, ba 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 ba. Come on, come on, strut up. Okay, so any night comp, it don't really matter what we start with. Best thing probably take is this Jace that has Negatron Cloak, because it just means that we get some sort of protection, because knights are a very protective unit. So we're obviously going to stick him on the board. It doesn't really matter. We'll start him here. Good spot. Means that he's in a kill position early. It doesn't really matter though. When we get knights on the board, we're obviously gonna get rid of him. That being said, I don't know if Jace is one of them characters that can solo more than one wave. I think he is. Rico Bow, Night Comps isn't really good with him. With a Rico Bow, I mean, you can make Titanic Hydra, which is probably one of the better items for him. But yeah, 2 knights here. Bye, Jace. You served us well for the 1 round that you're going to be on the board. And now we just have to, of course, slowly push in. And then we're going to have some fun with it. Because now we just have a aggressive lineup, I guess. Best way to put it. As we're now having to set up to obviously kill. So, this team comp right now, the Darius and the Mordekaiser. The Mordekaiser is going to be our main, looker for damage. Darius will early game do more damage than him, but we're looking to keep Darius as our sustain. Darius is a very good sustain champion, and getting him on the board early is very good. As we reroll our shop here, we don't get any more knights, and now we're going to have fun against the 3rd wave, as we only have 3 knights. We don't have the Garen yet, which is a bit depressing, because we do need him for this team comp. And then we need to get the Poppy and then the Sedge for our early game to be strong. Early Poppy is really good. Like, next round we can actually get Poppy, as we actually just get a coin for this. I mean, we do get 3 good items. I mean, Static Shiv would be extremely good. So I might actually do that, honestly. We do pick up 2 guarantees from our nice little set of waves, shall we say. And I'm gonna stick on our main damage dealer. This static shiv does mean that we have a bit more oomph when it comes to waves. In early game we have a lot of damage. Static shiv is a very good early game item as a whole, and I should honestly make a tier listing on items. That will be my Wednesday video maybe. But this guy has the level 2 Darius, honestly is really good. Plus it has a GA. Oh god, that's going to be annoying. At least we kill his Garen, so we take a little less damage, only to 95 here. And next wave, we're hoping to either get the Garen up to level 2 and the Darius. Ooh, boy, we got both up to level 2. I just rerolled a Mordekaiser. That was a fail. I'm dumb as well, sorry guys. But once we get to the carousel phase, we either pick up a knight or we pick up a guy with a Negatron cloak or some chain vest. Because we need to make these guys bulky. Our frontliners are our tanks, and these guys need to be tanky. The only one I'm less concerned about being tanky is obviously the Mordekaiser, who's here really for just damage reasons. The good thing here is the Darius was in a good position to hit all 3 with his ultimate, which he was doing. I still think he is. No, he only hits 1 there, but still a good round for us. We do manage to win against this guy. And we get the extra coin and 2 Dariuses. That's really good. We're going to have a strong early game. And that's what I like. We can obviously stick him on the board. Now we have 4 knights on the board. Obviously that means it's still 20 damage, 15 damage blocked. And that's going to be an interesting thing to consider, because 15 damage on a character that's got over 1,000 health already is not that much. But 55, like 2 hits is 100 damage. That you're basically reducing 100 damage, 10 hits. You're basically reducing off you. That is actually very good, all things considered. And this round should be a fairly easy win. Our Darius is going to go down, or one of them. And the other Darius is going to clean up and do the damage to this guy. So we come into this round, we're in 3rd. No knights. Not even a Negatron cloak. So we're probably going to have to take the Volley Bear for the chain vest. Or the Blitzcrank for the Giant's Belt. That's the only real option here. I mean, we could take the Spatula. Obviously get another knight online. But, nah, it's better to take the chain vest early. Spatula's early game aren't the best. Plus, chain vest obviously can be transformed into a knight. You can turn a character into a knight with it. And that might be an end goal. As we're now going to just scroll through our shop here for some knights. Sadly, we've only got 3 level 2s. We haven't got our Mordekaiser. We should have got our Mordekaiser because I accidentally rerolled one. But yeah, we're closing in on some level 3s as well. Darius is obviously 2 level 2s. We need 3 more of them bad boys to get level 3. We also have 2 level 1 Garens on our bench. Does mean that we're closing in on that level 3, because we do need 4 more to get to level 3. I do believe we win this round if we get a spin-off here. We actually do, but the Varusal also procced at the same time. Kind of unlucky. We could make a Swordbreaker right now. That'd be a good item, but not in this team comp. We do need to make him bulkier. And we want this team comp to live. Hopefully avoid overtime, but live long enough to kill off everyone. That's their goal. And we don't get anything in that shop, which is kind of unlucky. But I think we can reposition this team like so, so that we have two Dariuses. One goes up top towards the top half of the damage, one goes around to this side. Or if there's a team compare, one's immediately engaging with a Garen to obviously do more protection, and this one can loop round with the Mordekaiser to obviously hit more. So in this round, this guy should be going over here, this guy should go up there. Yeah. It maximizes our damage from these two, even though both of them have ended up right next to each other. Makes sense. So, demons against knights are annoying, and we lose this round because demons tend to do a lot more damage than knights as a whole, which I could consider buying some BF swords when we go to a shop round, or carousel as people call it. But we're going to obviously position our team for this. We should be able to beat it. As we get a Poppy, obviously we're going to put her on for this Darius, get us level 2 Knight buff. Very good. And there's our Mordekaiser to get the level 2 Mord. Okay, so now that we have this Poppy, we can obviously start working towards her to level 3. Obviously, Poppy is really good because if you don't realize, her ultimate hits multiple people. The more level she is, plus the stun duration goes up. But we should win this round. I don't know if it'll be a double kill at the same time. I highly doubt it, considering Garen's only hitting the one Krug. But it should be a win. We're going to overtime though. Maybe not. Just though, actually, I think we went to overtime. But we're going to get this bad boy on the board. Gonna move you down to this corner again. Because that's how I like my knights set up. Another Darius. Very good thing to get there. As it does mean we're 2 Dariuses away from level 3. So with this team comp right now, we're just looking out. We could make red buff here if I feel like it. I don't know if there's anyone going noble. You are wild and sorcery. I'm presuming you want to get that Vigar on the board, so I don't know why he hasn't actually replaced that Kassadin. You could replace it with the Vigar, have sorcery, and Yodel buff, which would be extremely good for him. But it's his choice, obviously. I'm not him. I'm not like picking what he's building. He could have been smarter, but he's already won this round. So it doesn't really matter too much to him, I guess. But we do get another Poppy here. And granted, we could stick her on the board. I'd rather stick this Darius, as he's level 2. And honestly is a bit more of a threat. But we do actually get another Poppy in our shop. That is very good, because we can obviously get the level 2 Poppy right now. Someone also hit a level 3, I don't know who. Not you. Not you. Not you. You did. With your annoying team comp. Oh, you're the guy that has the Imperial... I don't know what your team is. You've just got Imperials that are really the big threat here. And I've already taken out your main Imperial damage. Like, once you lose your actual Katarina, you really lose all your damage there. And we're going to lose that round. But it should be a bit more closer now against this guy. Now that we have our Poppy level 2. And that's about it. That's all we're getting from that round. We're going to position our board a bit more cleanly, because I like it cleaner. And we're going to carousel after this round. We aren't doing the best. I mean, knights do lack the damage that we need. That Mordekaiser's really the only thing doing damage, and Mordekaiser isn't that high amount of damage, I guess, as a knight. You want someone like a Kale to do your damage. But this is what we have to make do with. This guy has Blade Master Gunslinger at this old comp. This is a more ranked comp than anything, as you're gonna probably look to get that Jinx. See, he's gone for the Fiora instead of the Camille. If you're going for a Blade Gunslinger comp, you want the Camille, because then you can take this Jinx and obviously work from there. However, there is no Negatron Cloak here, there is Chain Vest, and there is also a Giant's Belt, and Giant's Belt is Warmogs, and Warmogs is good on any sort of brawler or Knight comp. So I'm obviously going to be sticking this onto our Darius. It makes the most sense, plus we can sell this Akali for 4 coins. 4 coins instead of, 3 coins from an Ashe. It's a lot better to get the extra coins, especially when you can make an item on a similar level to a Thornmail. So we're going to stick this immediately onto our Darius. If it lets me pick up the Giant's Belt. There we go. 2 more Mordekaisers there. Which is really good. Going to keep re-rolling our shop here. And get nothing else, but 2 more Mordekaisers. Obviously another level 2 Mord is very good. We do close in towards the level 3. Same with Darius. We do close into level 3 Darius. And I really like level 3 Darius. Very strong. Same with level 3 Garen. This guy immediately bursts us out with that Varus. It's so protected. Plus he has a Draven in his comp. He has Imperial Demons. That is a very weird comp. Like, you must have some sort of fetish towards a Draven or a Darius if you're running that sort of comp. Because they don't fit together very well. But we do get another Garen, level 2. And we're closing in on a lot of level 3s now. We need 2 more Garens, 2 more Dariuses, 3 more Mords to have a level 3 frontline, basically. And obviously we come into Wolf Camp after this wave. In Wolf Camp we could get some either damage stats or more defensive stats, like we can make this team a bit more bulky. Like, if we get a Spatula, we can obviously get another random Knight. And at this stage, I wouldn't be against it. This round, we're actually doing fairly good. We're already on his backline. Our Mordekaiser, who's our main damage dealer, is whacking people, and honestly, we've actually won this. Pretty good. Pretty good round for us. He has a fairly good team, but he's losing a lot because he hasn't got level 2s or above yet. And there's another Darius. That fits very well. That's the level 3 Darius right there. You can obviously stick another Mordekaiser on board to increase our damage. And yeah, we're doing fairly good now. Level 3 Darius makes this team comp extremely annoying. And I like annoying team comps. So Wolf Camp should be pretty easy now that we have level 3. And I can't wait to actually win it. So they're all going to jump from up this area. Or around here. Because they're obviously needing to get into Darius and the Mord, who are the furthest away. That is a lot of items. Not the best, I'd say, for what we want. Like, yeah, we get a Rika bow and a BF sword. Woo, damage. But where are they gonna go? Like, I can make a Sword of Divine. That isn't the best, considering we've got a team comp built around damage. No damage. And Chainverse and Negatron cloaks already have other uses like Thorn Mail. I guess we could make Phantom Dancer, which would be very good for our Darius. In fact, I might do that. However, it's not really a necessity, considering we're beating people like this with the minimalistic damage that we have. Like, this Mordekaiser's doing enough damage in order to win us rounds. And I'd rather take a spatula and make a extra knight than take the Phantom Dancer or even a GA. A GA would actually be quite good, actually, if you think about it. But it does come down to preference, and my preference is we run it as it is. Like, this team comp is okay as is. We can get in this carousel maybe a Negatron Cloak or another Thorn Chainverse to make the Thorn Mail. It's just, it is dependent on a lot of things. This round's actually very close for us. We might win, he says, as our Darius dies. We do need some sort of Negatron Cloak or something on this Darius in order to reduce that damage he's taking. But I'm going to actually buy XP here, as much as I don't want to. Get us another knight on the board, another Garen. And we should honestly do a bit better now that we have the extra character who can honestly do a lot more than what people expect. So I'm going to actually stick him over here. Yeah, I know you could be good in this area. And yeah, I know this team comp could be a lot better. Pre-patch, what, 9.10? 9.11, where they made changes to how Locket worked. Because if you don't know, Locket was changed in this mode. Locket used to be a circle effect where you hit 5 characters, or 6 technically. And that was really good in comparison to what it is now, where it's a straight line. And that doesn't work too well with this sort of team comp. But there is a Negatron Cloak on the Pantheon. And that would be a very good thing to take. ODMF. I see that there is a Darius, but I'm going this way. All the way around, taking our bad boy Pantheon. I would much rather take him than anything else. We could have took the Vi. Obviously get ourselves the extra knight, which would be nice. As I spill water down myself, I'm so smart. But yeah, this should be an interesting few rounds. I'm going to actually re-roll our shop a couple of times before I actually sell this sell him in search of a non-knight. We do not get it, so Darius, you're gonna become our bulky boy. And yeah, I think we might actually have to GA him up. Because right now, he's the only thing that I can really rely on to live. And do a bit more damage. Because yeah, Mordekaiser does a lot of damage. But he dies quite quick. Like right now, this Darius is living, but he's being fucked by everything else. So we're going to actually have to alter how this works. That's how we alter it. Yeah, forget the issue about GA, it's going on our Kale. Kale fixes a lot of issues for us now. Kale is a knight, obviously, and she's a really strong knight. Obviously, the invulnerability she grants, top notch. We go into Raptor's camp now, after this wave, and we can obviously hope to get another Rico bow and make her have a rapid fire cannon. That would be extremely good. So this guy is now going to have to deal with not just a Kale, but a Darius level 3, who's literally full health basically. He's unkillable. Yeah, very good round for us there. And now we just have to sit and watch as people try to kill our comp. We get another Poppy and a Mordekaiser here in our shop. That is very good. We can obviously close in on the level 3. Raptor's camp. Obviously, we want some decent items here. We hope for some decent items. If we don't, then I don't know what to do. But I'm going to switch to Poppy with a Mordekaiser around just so that our damage is actually able to be hitting. Like, instantly. And isn't walking around willy-nilly doing nothing. But we do get a giant spell there. That is a very good item. I was going to make Titanic Hydra. And we got the recurve bow that we were after. Immediately we can stick that onto our Kale. Have her guaranteed to be hitting. And having the extra attack speed. 1.4 attack speed already in comparison to the 50 or 0.5 of the Darius. It's a decent stat to have. Plus she's able to do a lot more than what the rest of the team is going to. Ooh, you're going to be annoying. Okay, so this round, the Spinneroonies have begun. Somehow that hit our actual Kale. And she's dead instantly, boys. Ooh. We're going out. Nice. What a shit round for us. We go out in 6th, but it was a fairly good display of how Knights worked. We didn't get the Sedge, and honestly, it could have been a lot better. Like, look at everyone else's comp. You have everyone else in the top 6 had either more characters than us or better actual buffs. Like, Knight buff on its own, all it does is reduce the damage. That's the perk of it. Whereas everything else about it is obviously crap. Like, they have minimal damage. Minimalistic damage that honestly could be a lot better. But I do believe are getting fixed in this next patch that's coming out soon. And I hope that actually they get a bit more damage. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new and I'll see you guys later. Peace.